Hi guys, I'm Kriti Tiwari and welcome to In Conversation with Krit. Thank you so much everyone for coming and watching my podcast. If you are new here, please go subscribe to my channel and click onto the bell icon. So here I am with another episode of ICK. Yeah, I know I took a little bit longer time to come again with this series, but yes, I hope I'll get that same love, same support on this podcast too. So please do watch this podcast till end because this episode is going to be all about law of attraction and gratitude. So welcome my guest for this podcast, Mrs. Shradhha ma'am, who's law of attraction and a gratitude coach. You will surely going to enjoy this podcast because in this podcast I hope and I promise you will get some different perspective of life, how to express gratitude, how law of attraction exactly works. So this podcast I have learned a lot. I wish that you all will have that same experience. So please get into the conversation, watch this conversation till end, and do share with your friends, family, and subscribe to my channel. Let's begin. Hi, ma'am. I'm glad that we are doing this podcast. Thank you so much for giving me this opportunity. And let me tell you this, that this podcast, like we are going to discuss about law of attraction and gratitude. This is something which I'm going to host first time on my channel. So I'm very much excited for this podcast. Really looking forward to get wonderful insights from you. So let's start the podcast with, how are you doing today?
First and foremost, thank you so much. I feel really honored being here on your podcast, and thank you for giving me this opportunity to share my knowledge with you and your audience. I'm feeling great. It's been a great day for me today. Thank you.
That's so nice. So I'll quick start with the law of attraction because I am the one who hardly know anything about law of attraction, but I believe in it. I read about this. I heard lot about law of attraction. So I'll just start with that. But before starting this, I just want to ask to you how the journey of being an LOA coach, gratitude coach started. Because I know I am quite fascinated to know about this. So yeah, let's start with your journey and then we'll switch to how and what law of attraction and gratitude is. So yeah, over to you. Let's start with your journey.
Awesome. So I prefer starting with my journey because that's where you will get some sense as to how did I become a coach.
Yeah.
And I professionally, if you ask me, I'm a CFA, which is finance specialization. I was a finance professional, worked as a equity research analyst, and it was a great job. I enjoyed doing what I did. But at the same time, I always wanted to start something of my own. My father's been businessman, so I wanted to do business. I wanted to be an entrepreneur. I wanted to, kind of make a difference.
Yeah.
And that is when I got this opportunity with a friend to start a business along with my work, because if you study so much, you're making good money, family will not allow you to leave that and start something of your own. So I said, chalo, I won't leave till the time, I stabilize my business. So I started as a side hustle. I started a business venture with a friend. Things went really well for 2 to 2.5 years, and then I was like, wow, this is great. My salary se zyada mujhe profit milna shuru ho gaya and I'm making more money. So I should quit my job and I should start full time, which is where the prospects of making more money, or growing the business with full focus and attention will help me to achieve my goals and dreams.
Yeah.
And with that, I quit my job. I started studying. I started working full time in the business. And 1 year things went well, but slowly there was some legal challenges that we hit, and there was slowdown overall. So things started to kind of rock a little. And then 1 year there was like really, 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 really low business. Nothing was happening. And actually, that was the time when I was in the lowest phase of my life.
Yeah.
Things were not going ahead at all. Relationship was stressed. I used to fight with every possible person that I met. Business was not growing, 90% of the deal done, and then suddenly something happens overnight and the deal gets cancelled the next day. So business was not growing. Mental health gone for a toss. Couldn't sleep well. Health wasn't really doing well. Bank account was like really low, no money, because business hai, so you need to kind of pump in money in the business.
Absolutely.
And yeah, all of that was the phase which I was going through. And that is when one of my mentors, I have been blessed to have mentors around me. And one of my mentors told me that, Shraddha, I went and actually asked him that, what is going wrong? Why is every aspect of my life so bad?
Yeah.
And that's when he said that, Shraddha, if you really ask me, the only thing that I can tell you is that I have only seen you complaining. You've become a complaint box.
Okay.
And it was like a very, very harsh realization for me. But I said that if this is what he's saying, then I think I should, suggesting that I should, like look inside whether am I really this person? And then the whole introspection journey started. And I realized that, yes, I was somebody who was complaining. I was somebody who was constantly finding out people to blame, things to blame, situations to blame. And that from there, my actual journey started of learning the art of practicing gratitude. And first few months was very difficult. because I was so full of complaints and blames. It was not possible for me to find out even five things to be grateful for, but I did really try. And then as I kept on trying things, I could find more things to be grateful for more blessings in my life. I started to notice. And then 6 months, things started to really change. It worked like magic. Business started to grow, money started to pour in, relationships started to improve, health started to improve, and things went really well. This went on for some time, and 2020 happened. That's when
Okay.
the whole pandemic happened.
Yeah.
And in that pandemic, I had to choose whether do I want to continue what I'm doing, or maybe pursue something else, or maybe start afresh. And again, I was very sure that I wasn't very sure that what I really want to do. But one thing I saw around me was everybody was in a very miserable state, worried state, very, very anxious state.
Yeah.
And it just started off as an initiative to help people, initiative to kind of teach them how to be more grateful, because it helped me. So my whole endeavor was to help them. And from there, it all started. People started to see amazing benefits. They were very happy. They were like, wow, this is so good. And they started to push me to kind of teach more people. And that's where my brand Thrive with Shradha Neeraj was born. And it's been 3 years. 2023 is the third year that
Nice.
that I've been coaching and teaching people the power of gratitude. Now, law of attraction is also something that I learned while I was practicing gratitude. And I will cover this in the next segment when you ask me about what is law of attraction and how did I come. What I learned, it came across as accidental. I got a book, I read the book, and that's how it all started for me in law of attraction. But yeah, I did learn a lot from books. I have my mentors whom I've learned law of attraction, and we'll discuss that as we dig into what is law of
Absolutely.
attraction.
It's so good to hear your journey, ma'am. Because as you said, I just want to ask this because I used to feel that people, when someone who has everything around them, like you're financially doing well, but you thought to quit your job and start something of your own. So this is question out of the topic, but I just want to ask this to you, like what were your challenges while you start this, because you said when you quit your job and you start with your startup and all, you saw lots of downs in your at that point of time. So how you manage those challenges, and why it's so tough for anyone to start from zero? We all know it's tough for everyone, but what was your challenge and how you overcome that? Yeah.
So basically, so your question, if I've got it right, what you're trying to say is that how did I start, and why is starting up from scratch challenging,
Yeah,
right? That's your
challenging.
question,
Yeah,
right?
that's my
Yeah.
question.
So why did I start? Because I had a very strong goal. I come from a very humble middle class family, and my parents gave me the best that they could afford. And while I was growing up, I had one goal, that I want to upgrade their life. So I've been born and brought up in a Mumbai. We have a setup of chawl, where uh, it's not like a building or a society, but it's like a common area. I'm not sure whether you've heard about
Yeah,
this or not,
I
but
have heard about
yeah.
this.
So that's where I was born and brought up. My parents gave me the best of everything they could, and they gave me the best of education, the best of clothes. I've had a wonderful childhood, but we never lived in a society or a building. And my goal was that I want to upgrade my family's life. I want to take them to like world tours, and I want to take them to take I want to upgrade their life to a better house, bigger house. We had to share our house, right? So I wanted that everyone should have their space. It began with that thought that I want to kind of give my family the best life. And my job was amazing, but I just did some calculation, and it helped me realize that even if I get 50 years old, I won't be making that kind of money where I want to kind of upgrade my family's life.
All
So I
right,
said
I
that,
get
why
it.
not start doing business where I can do something. I had a very strong reason to kind of start something as a side hustle, because my parents would not allow me to kind of leave my job. And they were like, no, you're making good money. The profile that you are is really nice. Why do you want to quit all of that and get into a complete unknown territory? So, most of the parents, they are risk averse.
True.
They don't want their kids to kind of venture into something that can be very full of struggle or stressful. So I will not put you guys under stress. What I will do is I'll start parallelly with my job. So job means a fixed income is coming. I will do something, with the time that I have in my hand, additional time after office. It
Mm.
wasn't easy. It was quite challenging because, we post office, we want to kind of rest, relax. We don't want to pick up anything else. But for me, I wanted to make the dream come true. So I really pushed myself to do that. So yeah, starting off again, coming to the second part of your question, why starting off such a big challenge?
Yeah.
Starting off is a big challenge is because when you start anything new, you don't have much of experience. You are kind of in the water testing zone. You're kind of trying out certain things. And it's like in a startup, in a business, there is no boss who's going to take care, who's going to tell you do this, do that. You are your own boss. That's one plus. But the negative is also that if you don't work enough, you're not going to make enough money. You are not going to sustain yourself. So it's like a double-edged sword. So you need to be certain, you have to develop a certain level of discipline so that you do what you need to do, and you will see, you have to improve your skill set. As an entrepreneur, you cannot just say that I'm a marketing professional, so I don't know how to do selling, and I am
Absolutely.
not a customer representative, so I don't know how to take care of the customer. So being a startup or being an entrepreneur, you need to know every bit of the job. Like, I know I have done my sales, I've done my marketing, I've done my social media management, I've done my customer retention, customer taking care of your customers. I've done all of this. I've also gone ahead and done my advertising. So trust me, being an entrepreneur, you need to wear multiple hats. And maybe that makes the whole thing quite difficult, is because we, in our journey of education, whatever journey we take on, we learn only one skill set. Like, I learned finance, right? So finance was my core. I didn't know how to market, I didn't know how to do sales, I didn't know how to do customer retention, or the customer representative, basically the kind of soft skills you need. I didn't know all of that. I had to learn that. I had to kind of upskill myself on all those things. So yeah, that's, as an entrepreneur, that wearing multiple hats is something that makes the whole thing look quite difficult. But trust me, if you have passion for what you're doing, or you have a reason, and you find something which gives you a lot of joy,
Yeah.
everything is doable.
Yeah, thank you so much for this. I really get your answer. And okay, let's switch to law of attraction. If anyone says, like, I don't know much about this. So if anyone asks me what is law of attraction, there is myth, there is buzz that it means that you just think about that, it will happen to you. I think it's the myth. It's not like this. So from you, I want to know, what is law of attraction? How does it work? And does it really exist, or is it only a myth? Or is it about a mindset only to have positive approach towards life? What exactly this is?
Super. It's a wonderful question. And I'm glad that you have so many questions and you're so raw to this concept, because we live in an information world. Everybody knows something else about law of attraction. But what I
True.
understand from your question is you're very raw. You don't know what this is. And this really gives me excitement to share and give you the right information.
Yeah.
So law of attraction is nothing but it's a pure science. Okay. Before I go on to explain what is law of attraction, I want you to give you some basis on what law of attraction works. So the first thing that I want you to understand is law of attraction works on the concept of energy. Okay, we all know that energy is there in this world, and Newton told us that energy can neither be created
It will
nor
not be
be
destroyed.
destroyed.
Yeah.
It can be converted from one form to another. Now, this is pure basis of law of attraction. Everything is energy. Okay, so for example, something like somewhere you can there are certain form of energies which we as humans can see with our eyes, hear with our ears, and feel. Okay, but there are certain form of energies which we can't see, which we can't hear. Maybe we can feel. I'll
Okay.
give you an example. Like, you can see your fan or you can see tube light, right? But tell me one thing: can you see electricity?
No.
No. But do you know electricity exists?
Yep. Yeah. We
How
all.
do you know that?
For me, like, I have studied. I'm a science student, so I know how does it work. But yes, we
Correct.
know,
But
like, through
for a
wires.
layman,
Yeah, through
for a
wires.
layman,
Yeah.
for a layman,
Okay.
like no science student, just up switch. When you put on the
So
switch,
current goes from the wires, and
correct.
we got the
And the
electricity.
so when you press the switch on and the light is turned on, means there is electricity. When you press the switch on and does not turn on, electricity is not there, right? Very
Yeah.
simple. I'm just trying to keep it as easy as possible,
Yeah.
right? Now, same thing for your radio. Okay.
Yeah.
Tell me one thing. Right now, I don't have a radio station on. Okay.
Hmm.
Now, if I plug into a radio station and I put up a say 91.1 as my radio frequency, I'll be able to hear something on that.
Yeah. There is buzz, kind of thing.
Yeah. So either you will listen to
Like,
white
yes,
noise,
we will not reach to that station. We will not hear to.
or you plug
Yeah.
into a station, will you be able to hear what the station is playing?
Yeah. After that, we will
Yes.
be.
But can you see those waves around me or around you?
Not at all.
But that's energy, right? It's still there,
It is there. Yeah.
right? Exactly the same way. There
Wow.
is
You
energy.
explained it so easily.
Our thoughts, okay, our thoughts
Yep.
and our feelings are also energy.
Hmm.
And our thoughts and our feelings also constantly are emitting into this world, the way your magnetic energy is around, electricity is around.
Yeah. Yeah.
Now, this thought and energy is communicating with similar thoughts and energy. I'll give you an example again.
Yeah.
Okay. Like, if you write an address on a letter, can the address go somewhere else?
No.
If you write a Mumbai address, can it go to Ahmedabad?
Absolutely not.
Absolutely not. It will come to Mumbai only.
Yeah.
Similarly, the law of attraction works on the second concept, and that is like attracts like. What does this mean? Like attracts like. It means that every thought that you send out
Yeah.
attracts a similar
Similar thought.
situation, event, feeling back into your life, like a boomerang.
True.
So law of attraction is nothing but it's like a law of gravity. Okay, it's always there. Can you tell me, if I this is my phone, if I just leave my phone, it is going to go up or it's going to go down?
Obviously, it will come down.
Down. But while I'm talking to you, am I aware about this fact that there's law of gravity working and everything will fall down?
Not
No,
exactly.
we are so engaged with our discussion that our mind is not recognizing the law of gravity is working. Like in the background, it's not telling you by, your law of gravity is working, law of gravity is
True.
working. It's exactly the same way. Law of attraction is also working like law of gravity. Every minute. And what you are holding inside you, what are your consistent, persistent thoughts is what you make yourself of. That's the energy you carry. So if you are somebody who like laughing a lot, your energy is of happy. It's a happy energy that you carry. If
True.
you're somebody who's constantly worried, thinking, concerned, you are kind of upset about things that are happening around you, you carry an energy which is of
Low
not happy,
intensity.
which is of
Yeah.
low, or which is of sadness. Now it's very
Absolutely.
simple. Whatever energy you emit
We
is the
get
energy
back
that's
that
going to come
same.
back.
True.
And that is why, law of attraction, what you told me is what you think, what happens. This is the scientific reason behind it. It's all about energy. What energy you're giving out is what energy you're going to get back.
Great. To be very honest, ma'am, I got it in a very, you explain it in a very simple way, and I get it so well. And I have, before this podcast, I have one session with a person, and he also explained me in the same way, but that was quite difficult. But the words you use, it's because we all relate with it. This is something which we have studied in class 8th, 9th, 10th, so we can really relate with it. We got to know the logic and the science behind that. It's not just about, in Hindu it says ki kan kan mein devta hai, everywhere there is a god, and this is what
Yes.
exactly it means. Thank you so much for this.
Thank you so much. I hope you got the concept of law of attraction now. So now
Absolutely.
what does law of attraction mean? Basically, it's a
Hmm.
law, okay? Like the law of gravity. So you have what you really need to do to tap into law of attraction is to tweak your thoughts. You have
Right.
everything is here. We need to change what is here so that the law can work in our favor.
Hmm. All right. Okay, sorry, yeah, I got paused there. I let
No
it
problem.
in.
Now
Okay.
the next question.
Yeah. So, how, like, a person who, as you said, as I earlier said, that I am the one who don't know about this. So, if I want to practice law of attraction, how could one start with this?
Okay, so the most unique thing, and that's the reason I teach gratitude and law of attraction together. The
Yeah.
most easiest way to tap into law of attraction is to practice gratitude.
All right.
Why? Why? Because when you practice gratitude, what happens is you are practicing the power of positivity.
True.
When you give thanks to somebody, how do you feel inside?
Great.
You feel
Like,
nice, right?
nice.
Yeah, you feel happy. You feel like okay, life is good. Like when like
Satisfied.
yeah, you feel satisfied. So internal feeling, if you were to name, what is the feeling? Is it a happy feeling or is it a sad feeling?
Obviously, happy feeling.
Happy feeling. Now, if it's a happy feeling, which means that you are giving out a happy energy.
Happy energy.
Now,
Yeah.
if you give out happy energy, what happens is you get back happy energy.
True.
And happy energy can come in any form. Okay, I'm telling you because I have manifested a lot of things. When I'm happy, I manifest people coming and giving me gifts, people giving me compliments. When I'm traveling, I don't get traffic jams. I get a green signal if I'm traveling. Wherever I'm traveling, I see green signal. Like I don't have to stop anywhere. It's like I'm in a state of flow.
All right.
So that's if you are that energy that's happy, you will see these changes. Random people will come and smile at you. Random people will like not like creepy people, but good people. They will smile at you. They will they will come and help you out of nowhere. People will be kind to you. You will start attracting that energy. I hope you're getting what I'm trying to
Yeah,
help you
I am
understand.
getting you.
So
Yeah.
that's how you get it. That's how you can start practicing, how you can start bringing law of attraction into your life, is just start practicing being more happy, start practicing gratitude. Gratitude is very simple. For everything, don't take anything for granted. Even a simple thing like say a pencil, don't take that for granted.
True.
Just thank, and genuinely thank. Okay, just not like saying okay, I'm thank you for the pencil. Like I would want to again take 1 minute to explain you
True. Yeah.
how can
True.
one be more grateful. Is we've been taught
Hmm.
आपके लिए कोई दरवाजा खोलेगा तो थैंक यू बोलो. When somebody holds or welcomes you or holds a door open for you, should say thank you, right?
Hmm.
uh, Tell me one thing, how much of it do you really, if you are able to do it, how much of it do you really feel?
I think we feel good. Like, yeah.
So say you are in a conversation with your friend and
Okay.
you're walking into a coffee shop and somebody keeps the door open. Really feel the depth of gratitude at that point of time?
Not exactly, but yes.
Yeah, maybe not exactly. Why? Because you're so busy talking to your friend,
True.
which means somewhere you're taken for granted.
Yeah,
Now
absolutely.
let's tweak the situation a little.
Hmm.
You've maybe, okay,
Yeah,
God forbid, but you've got fracture
true.
and you have a support that's helping you walk. Now you need to really get into that place.
Hmm.
And with that support, pushing that door open can be very, very difficult.
Yeah. At that point
Now
of
somebody
time,
keeps that door open for you. Now, if there's somebody
hmm,
who's helping you out by keeping the door open for you,
I would be
will
grateful.
you yeah, will you feel that depth of it, that
Yeah,
like
absolutely.
he's like a blessing right now, because
Hmm.
it would have been so difficult for me to open the door and walk with the support.
Yeah, it
Would you
happened.
feel now? That's how you should feel every time when you give gratitude.
Nice.
That's actually the energy signature of gratitude. And if you start feeling like this for everything, I don't know
Hmm.
how many of us actually go and tell our mothers thank you for the meals that they make for us. How many of us go and tell our father thank you for all the pocket money that they have given us? How many of us go and tell our, maybe siblings for being there as a support, like all close people who you have, your friends who are always there to support. How many of us really go and even if you don't go and tell them in our head space, how many of us we keep on counting that, oh, I'm so blessed because I have this person, today this person was there with me to have this, even it could be like going and having a cup of tea, was there with me, supported me, or never let me be alone. We don't really think like this. What we think is, okay, he was so busy today, he walked in late, did not inform me. This is the chatter which constantly goes on.
After
Now
this
if this
conversation, ma'am, yeah, please continue.
if this constant complaint is what's going on, your energy that you are holding inside you is not a happy energy. And then you wonder, why is it that I get so many troubles in my life? Why do I get so many issues in my life? But because your energy is such, you're not using the law to your benefit. You're becoming a crap, magnet. You're constantly attracting crap into your life. Just be blessing, be a magnet that's attracting blessing into your life.
True. Yeah,
Please God,
after
you were saying something.
yeah, I was saying that after this conversation, in between this conversation, I'm realizing that what wrong I am doing from last so many days. We are living in such a racing life, in a such a vast paced life that we are forgetting we're forgetting doing gratitude for, like, we are not doing anything. We're
Yeah,
getting, yeah, like
absolutely.
we, as you said, we have to be grateful for every small thing, and we should really be, because our life are made up of all these small tits and bits, and if we're grateful for all those tits and bits, it would be so happy. And yeah, like I really enjoy this conversation. I'm running out of words but I really enjoy this. And one thing, as you said, na, it literally, it's quite good because I can relate with this. As you said, ki what kind of energy we are giving to person, we are going to get back the same. And it is absolutely very well. If you are kind to someone, people will kind to you. If you are good to someone, people will good to you. And there is not just, it's a logical science behind this, as you have mentioned this. So yeah, I'm glad that you shared this, and we are doing this podcast over here on this topic. Although it is a quite very vast topic, we can't really think to cover it in a 30-minute of podcast. And I really don't want to take this expand this podcast longer because hardly people watch this. So I'll try to keep it very short and crisp. This would
Sure.
probably my last question. If I asked you, what are the three ways would you which you will share to show our gratitude?
To show your gratitude, see, first and foremost, again, I will just take 2 minutes because what happens is that people feel they are grateful,
Yeah.
but deep down you don't feel gratitude. You're verbally only thanking, you're not feeling. And I want to bring this again realization to each one of you.
Hmm.
Okay, whoever's listening, plus Kriti, to you as well.
Yeah.
Tell me one thing. What do we need to survive, or what do we need to live our life?
Like, logically, at a very small level, we need food, shelter, and education to live. Or like very basic, we need oxygen, food. Yeah.
Correct, very basic.
Yeah.
Okay, we need oxygen. Now tell me one thing, how much do we pay to our creator for this oxygen that we get every single day,
I think
uninterrupted supply?
I think we pay nothing.
Can we just not wake up every day and thank our creator
True.
for giving us unlimited supply of oxygen?
We should.
During COVID, I remember there was some family member who wanted one cylinder of oxygen and it was in shortage. And
Yeah,
they went on
I
to paying
remember.
as high as 15,000 rupees for 1 liter, cylinder of
One
oxygen.
cylinder of oxygen. Yeah.
Now think about it. It's just one cylinder, and that event where you really needed extra oxygen for so many years, for whatever is your age, from the time you're born till today, every single day you've been provided with good fresh supply of air.
True.
The least you can do is give thanks to that creator.
Thanks.
He's not asking us to pay money, right?
True.
But what we can do as our bit is to give him the gratitude, the feeling that thank you so much for taking care of me.
Absolutely. We
Second,
should do it.
sun. Tell me one thing. Without sunlight, do you know this interesting fact that if there was no sunlight, within
Yeah.
16 hours, the entire planet will
Can die.
perish?
Yeah, I know this.
Yeah. And imagine
Everything
we've
works
been
on a
getting
Sunday.
sunlight for billions of years without being
Getting
paid
any.
for it.
True.
How many of us actually wake up and just bow down to the sun god saying that thank you so much for blessing us with this wonderful energy, which makes the plant grow, which gives us vitamin D, all of this.
Absolutely. It's true. We
And
didn't do
this, I'm
anything.
just trying to help you imbibe the feeling of
Yeah,
gratitude.
I am actually, and I think my audience will too can relate with this. And after this podcast, they will surely start gratitude, showing their gratitude towards the things around them. Because I
So
am
three things that I
absolutely
would
going to be.
perfect. So three things that I want you to do if you want to build an attitude of gratitude. The first one being is start your day with gratitude. First thing that you should do is thank your creator that he's given you a brand new day to live. Do you know, again, an interesting fact? 96%, 4% people in the world
Hmm.
do not wake up to a next day. 4% of the people in the world, they
Yeah,
pass away in their sleep.
I know.
If you woke up today morning, you are a part of the 96% people who were blessed with a brand new day. And the least you can do is thank for that beautiful day.
Absolutely.
So mornings has to be, you start journaling. That's the first thing. Journaling your blessings every morning and every night. That's one first way of including gratitude into your life.
Hmm.
Second, whenever you get upset with anybody, it could be a friend, it could be a teacher, anybody, before you get into a chain of thought, which is like, they didn't do this, they don't do that, always doing this, always pause and find five things to be grateful for them. Go back in the past and find out five things they did for you.
Absolutely. Oh, just give me a minute, ma'am. Your video is paused. Okay, it's fine now.
Yeah, that's the second thing I want you to do. Whenever you feel upset about any person in your life,
Hmm.
just go back and see what they have done for you. Find count that blessings with that person.
True.
That's second tip. And the third tip is what I want you to do is at least um, you know uh, respect your body and yourself.
True.
We sometimes give gratitude to everything that's happening around us, but we forget ourselves. Do you know that this heart that you have has been beating from the time that you've born till today? It has not taken even 1 minute break.
Like, no,
If it starts taking breaks, what will happen to you?
we are not going to survive for a single second.
Correct. But have you really given expressed your gratitude to that important organ? And why only heart? It's your eyes, it's your lungs, it's your stomach, it's your intestine, it's every part of your body has been functioning perfectly well from the time you're born till whatever age you are today. But
Absolutely.
how many times have you ever said that, oh, I'm so blessed, I'm so grateful that this is working well?
True.
If
We are
say you
not.
have a little bit of cough and cold, you start complaining, this is paining, that is paining, this is happening, that is happening. But when every single day it's functioning very well, you haven't really appreciated it.
Hmm. True. It happens.
So then I want you to take out time and give thanks to the beautiful house that you're living in right now. This is your house. I'm sure this is also the house that you're living in, but this is a bigger house. Because of
Absolutely.
this house, you're able to do so many things. So these are the three things that I would recommend you and your audience to do in order to build an attitude of gratitude.
Thank you so much, ma'am. And I'm just telling you from my heart that I am getting something very best out of this podcast, because this podcast I'm just taking it like I'm getting a lot from you, and I got such a positive energy. I literally don't know what to ask next to you, because I am still digesting what you have said, and it is so flourishing. It is so insightful that I'm glad that I did this podcast with you, because in this podcast I think I'm the only one who learned a lot, because I'm learning live with you, and it's so fascinating. It's so delightful to know you. Thank you so much, ma'am. I couldn't be more thankful to you for this podcast, because this is something which I'm gonna apply in my life right now, and I hope that it will definitely gonna change, because I am literally getting a vibe that yes, law of attraction work, how to do gratitude, because I am not the one who I do gratitude, but not in a sense you have explained it. It's phenomenal. Thank you so much for giving me this opportunity to host you.
Thank you so much.
So from half an hour, we are discussing about law of attraction and gratitude. I know it's not in half an hour we can't really discuss. We can go deep into that, but the way you have explained, I think we all got lots of insight from that. From of in between this 25 minutes. So I'll just want to. It would be probably my last question. I just want to know from you, what are your plans and what more you are going to do. What are your how you coach people for law of attraction and gratitude. Please show some insight on us, which will help my audience to practice law of attraction and gratitude more. So yeah.
Okay, so I do a lot of one-on-one coaching because a lot of this people when they come to me, we all have been through different phases in life in our childhood. We've been through different conditions. We live in a very different environment. So one-on-one coaching helps me to understand them better, and when I understand them better, I can give them a better solution. But if you want to start the basic practice, like I said, the three things that I mentioned,
Yeah,
that would be very good enough. That's a good start for each one of you. It'll help you to move from your complaining or negative mindset to a little more positive and happy mindset. Along with that, I have I'm working on, and that is one vision that I have. Sorry, my vision that I'm working on currently is to reach out to 1 billion people and
oh
help
wow.
them practice an attitude of gratitude. So all those people who are listening to this podcast, please practice this, and maybe you can reach out to me, you can reach out in the comments below in Kriti's podcast as well, so that I know that you guys are following, you guys are building an attitude of gratitude. If you feel there's somebody who can benefit from what I've shared, please share it with them. That will also help. I'm also present on social media. You guys can follow me because I keep on putting out my content there. A lot of easy things and simple things about law of gratitude. Again, sorry, law of attraction and the power of gratitude. I keep on posting on my social media. You can follow me there. You can learn a lot of things for
Absolutely.
free there, and just help me. If we all come together, we can make this planet a beautiful place. And my whole vision is to leave this planet a little better than the way I found it. That's why I want to reach out to 1 billion people. So any contribution will be really helpful. And Kriti, thank you so much for inviting me to your podcast. And I feel really grateful to be here with you and giving me this platform and chance to reach out to more people. Thank you so much.
Ma'am, I'm grateful actually. I got such a wonderful people. I got a chance to host you, and more than hosting you, I really got lots of positive energy, lots of knowledge, which is absolutely going to help me. So thank you so much for coming. And yes, please guys go and I think you are absolutely going to reach to that 1 million people, 1 billion people very soon. But still, I'm here to help you because I'm not that great yet. But yes. Please guys go and share content and follow ma'am on Instagram. I'll share the link into a description box. Yeah, okay, ma'am. This is something like I used to ask to my audience, ask to my guests. Sorry, that is there anything at last which you want to ask to me?
As to you,
Yeah, or any feedback or
I
suggestion
want
you
to,
want to
I want
give
to,
to me?
yes, I want to tell you that you're doing a fantastic job. Whatever job you're doing, even if even if you have, say, one person following you, you're doing a fabulous job. I don't want you to, think any small about yourself. I want you to think you're doing a fabulous job. Like me, you are also bringing out good people on your podcast and sharing knowledge, making this world a better place. So thank you, and I want you to always be happy for whatever you are doing and honor yourself as well. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, ma'am. Thank you so much. This
And you're
words.
doing a great job. Before I forget that, you're doing a great job. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. It literally boosts my confidence when someone says to me like this, like you. It literally boosts my confidence and give me a courage. Okay, next what? Like what next I can put so that no, what all others have said, I cannot disappoint them. So thank you so much for your kind words. I think we did a good podcast. I may fumble because whole day was I had a quite hectic day, but yeah, I'm quite naive and new to this, so I might do some mistakes. So pardon me for this, but thank you so much for this.
Thank you so much. Bye bye.